Okay, I was watching this game number one by Alexei Bezgodov on Defend Like Petrosian, in which in reality we see something that is a kind of an attack, because Petrosian kind of sucked the rook. At this point here in the game, for the engine, it seems... oh, sorry. I mistake some of the position because I didn't bring back all the pieces. So this is the position. No? This point in the game, our friend the computer Stockfish 14 tell us that white should play something like knight c3 and let this go. But white didn't want to let it go and play this, no? b3. At this point, and this is the strange thing, Stockfish would play bishop takes e4. It doesn't take with the rook. Okay? But Petrosian had this kind of distinctive trait that he was playing this exchange positional sacrifice. So he played rook takes e4. At this point, once more, I think the author should have put why not taking on e4 right away? Because in the game, yes, both Stockfish and white played c4, which is a great move, okay? Maybe because he wants to trap that rook. Great. But someone that is not that level want to know what happens if we play bishop takes e4, right? And here it gives a -2 to black, but can you really see it? Can you really see the advantage? Black has given a rook for a pawn, so white should have a +4. Instead, white has a -2. So what does this mean? Let's continue. Bishop takes c4, okay? At this point, Stockfish says white should continue with b4. Let's see, because I find it kind of interesting. b4, c takes b4. Now there is this rook fb1. And black doesn't take on here in any way. He prefers to play this move. Why he prefers to play this move? Because obviously it's defending the pawn before. The problem is that at this point white gives the exchange sacrifice back, because Stockfish says play this. That's amazing, right? Why would you do this? It doesn't make much sense. And not only it doesn't make much sense, you know why? Because it doesn't take back. It doesn't take back. You know what he wants to play at this point? He wants to play h6, so he maybe wants to open this file. But once he plays that, white returns back. So at this point we should have asked ourselves why he didn't get back black, right? So it means that that rook is less valuable than this rook. So that's all there is, right? H take g5. I'm going slow because I'm trying to evaluate and see what I would play. For example, here he doesn't think to play f takes g5, but he wants to play queen c3. And black, always for Stockfish, doesn't want to exchange the queens, but he goes back. Can you imagine? I don't know. Clearly that game could have been explained a little better, because as you can see, And we are nearly 100 years later, maybe at least it's a game that is played like 8 years ago, right? A long time ago, 70 years ago, but I mean it's still enigmatic in some ways for a normal amateur. Knight b6, and now e castle. So at this point, what is your evaluation for white or black? Because in this position it seems black has a 2.7 advantage. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. To me, white is not doing badly because I don't see the attack here. I don't see the attack, honestly. Attack. Let's take. And now he plays this. Okay, this is not bad. Rook f1. Knight c5. Now this is a kind of interesting, very interesting move, because this bishop is protecting this. If he gets here, there is probably a mess here, eh? There is a checkmate. There is a possible checkmate, so it's not a joke. Eh? Very interesting. But as you can see, only the computer can see this far and maintain his evaluation that black is better. Because, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense. Just to make an example, again, no? We just saw this move. Instead of a normal person, a normal beginner, he plays this silly move, right? But immediately, from -2, it goes to -7, so the game is over, because takes this. Like I said, and after that you can only try to escape, but the thing is even worse at that point, because it starts to take here. And notice that the queen doesn't take. The move that the computer gives is this, but let's see what happens when the queen takes. There is immediately queen here. And now it's becoming a king ant, obviously. And okay, I'm not interested in continuing at this point, because I think it's prove a point, but let's return back a little, just to show you, because I'm sorry, we were at move 19 when he played that rook takes e4, and now we are at move 29, 32. So we are 10 moves later to justify, not even justified, because it's only if white takes that it's justified. Otherwise we don't really see it, right? That the material is giving this big advantage to black. And let me pause and return back. So once again, this was the position in which the computer would have played knight c3, giving up this. Instead, Dan F played that move, b3. After b3, instead of bishop takes e4, that is what the computer would have played, Petrosian plays with rook takes e4. It is justified, let's say, because we saw how the game ended, but obviously the question is what happens if this, right? Because this is 5 points and this is 3. So takes, takes, and now the computer would continue with this. So that's the interesting part. The interesting part, yeah. What else we could play in this kind of position? For example, maybe let's play what was played in the game, c4, right? So that would be a transposition. But the transposition would just bring back this, bishop b7. And notice that here the engine gives now a 3.5 advantage to black instead of 2 point something. So it's crazy, it's improving. But if we count the material, black doesn't have that advantage because we have 3 6 pawns, 2 4 6 7. So black has 1 pawn, okay. We have 2 pieces, okay, and we have 1 bishop against a rook. The rook is 2, this is 3, so strangely this is the one that value 5 and this is the one that value 3. So that's the thing you must understand with chess, this positional exchange sacrifice. Black has a huge advantage, white not, in this position. And this is probably also what makes chess kind of difficult to be understood by the masses, because who would say that in this position, with white having a kind of space advantage, with having a quality, in reality white has no advantage at all, is losing. I don't know. Clearly it's kind of interesting, but I think this position is beautiful. In this game that we have just seen by Petrosian, it's beautiful for that reason, because I also would have not said in this position, oh, white is losing. But -4 in this position, that Stockfish 14 and UE is giving -4 at the depth 27. Can you imagine? Depth 27, -4. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense, right? Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for bothering you with this thing, but clearly it's interesting. It's interesting.